So, there's definitely a lot of network marketing companies out there, and I know that VIZ had a goal to start with to be completely different. And, being a little bit of a cynic myself and a little bit of a skeptic, I tend to look at them and I go, okay, yeah, everybody says they're different, but once I started researching VIZ, I found out you really are different. So tell us a little bit about the compensation plan. I mean, one of the things I first learned was that you're with corporate, and you guys are privately funded, so you're not the top of the pyramid, and it doesn't all flow up to you, even though that might be nice.
Yeah.
But so there's this separation, which I really appreciated. I found that there's integrity with that. There's corporate, and then there's the business side, the MLM side. And so, can you kind of explain that structure a little bit more, as well as kind of the structure of, just the payouts?
Sure,
and things?
sure. And let me address the first question, and that's what's different, and why, or what are we doing that we believe that we are going to be different? Because there are a lot of companies in the MLM world. There's a lot of companies out there. There's a lot of great companies with great products. And so, how do you set yourself apart, and how do you make a difference? And our goal from the very beginning was, because we have this unique technology, this Swiss patented breakthrough technology that I think sets us apart. We're not a juice product that someone's standing in front of a room and saying this will cure everything. I think that the juice products, there's a value there, there's a great value there, and there's people whose lives and health have been changed. But I think that there's so many of them now that it's become noise more than anything. There's some great products, and we have a technology that can definitely set us apart. We could come out with a new product every 6 months and never run out of products. This is not about an ingredient or a product or a product form. This is about a technology that can make a lot of products much better. Number two is that we have some really, really convenient, easy to share products that taste good. One of the things I've learned in this industry is you can have a great technology with great products, but if it doesn't taste good, if it's not convenient, people aren't going to take it.
Right.
They're just not going to be compliant. And so we wanted to come out with products that were not only effective, that have this amazing technology, but that tasted good, that people would want to take. My children, for instance, they beg for this now. And how often do you find that in a nutrition product? So that's number two. Number three is the team itself. There's a lot of great companies, and the first thing I look at when someone says, hey, check out this company, is I'll go on their management team and I'll see how much experience that team has in both the nutrition industry as well as the MLM industry. MLM is looked upon sometimes as being rapids in a river.
Sure.
A little bit rough waters at times. And if you don't have the experience that has been there and done that and helped to manage companies and been a part of growth and some of the demands that this industry can place on you, then it's not that they can't do it, but they haven't done it. And so I think that's one of the things I look at and say, wow, they're going to run into some of those problems. And you see those companies making the same mistakes over and over again because they just haven't dealt with the personality and dimension that this industry brings. So that's number three. Number four is the compensation model. We mentioned that a minute ago. We wanted to deliver a truth in compensation, call it. Okay. And so there are no members of the management team, spouses or children. There's no investors, spouses or children in the top of the compensation model. Now, what we found is when we first looked to start VIZ, we looked at maybe acquiring another company or buying another company to start, so we could avoid some of the early startup type scenarios.
Sure.
And what we found was 90% of the companies we looked at, they had management team members or spouses or children at the top of these plans. Now, it's not illegal to do that, so I'm not passing judgment on another company, but we felt like that was unethical. We felt like it was a conflict of ethics, meaning that how could I be unbiased and supporting everyone if I had interest in a specific organization? So for us, that was an issue. We've actually come out with something we call VIZ Distributor Rights Declaration. That is 10 ways that we are going to separate ourselves and be different and act out of integrity in those 10 areas. And so we're not just saying we're going to be different, we actually have printed a document that states how we're going to act and how we're going to be different. Then the last part really speaks to, and I could go through details about the compensation model, but for the sake of time, I think it's better just to say that we gear our compensation model on making a difference in the masses of people's lives. A lot of plans focus on the top 2%, which is important. You need to deliver on that dream income, that once-in-a-life income. But if you don't deliver on the masses of people, and that are people who need an extra $300 or $400 or $500 a month, an extra $1,000 a month, an extra $2,500 a month, that can make a significant difference in their lives, that really can get them out of a rut that they might be in with a job or or a ceiling in a job they have, or underemployed, or in today's economy, that they're just suffering with the economy. If you can't deliver to those people, which are really the heart of the business, then really what does that 2% have? And so our plan is really designed to deliver on those masses, those individuals where that can make a significant difference in their lives. You combine that all together. You bring that all together with all of those points, and you have a unique situation. You have a timing of a company that is a newer company. It's a startup company in a lot of people's eyes, and that brings some fear out there. Obviously,
Sure.
a lot of companies go out of business, and so you can't ignore all startups. Successful companies at one time were startups.
Right.
But what you can do is look at all the elements, and what does it tell you? The technology, the products, the people, all of those things together make a unique point in time. And I say, and it's not a very deep phrase, but I say today is only today. And that means that today's opportunity is only going to be today's opportunity today.
Right.
It will be an opportunity for years to come. But today is that unique place and time. And so those are the points. I know it was a little bit longer answer than you might have wanted,
No,
but
that's great.
those are the points I think that differentiate VIZ and why I believe we're going to make an impact in this industry.